Live from Fenway Park in Boston, it's Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. It's the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox. A frosty night here in Boston.
The Rocket Clemens.
Clemens 18-12. He led the majors in strikeouts. He had 8 shutouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff man. Jody Reed. One down, and that's going to bring up Dave Henderson.
Bruce Hurst pitched quite well.
2-2 on Henderson. Right field, Evans. 2 up and 2 down. And when this guy, Jose Canseco, comes to the plate, the crowd's alive. And go above that. That was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball there. Right field. Evans, his second put out of the inning, and Clemens comes out strong. 1-2-3 order. No score for the A's.
Davis.
He put together his finest season, a career-high 16 wins.
Support and help, and he got that support from the Oakland A's, Dave Duncan and Tony La Russa.
He puts Boggs on. So the leadoff man is on, and Marty Barrett, who was 0 for 4 yesterday, batting it.
You would think that he may try to hit and run or put some guys in motion to do something differently.
Left field, going back, Polonia, and he has room to make the catch. And Boggs has to go back to first. That wind blowing in, Reggie. Seems like too many good bats in that lineup to have that kind of difficulty. 2-1, and to right center field. Canseco has this one gauged. 2 out. That'll bring up Mike Greenwell.
Almost as hard as Dave Stewart at times.
To center field. Henderson got a good jump on it, and that'll retire the side. So after the leadoff man Boggs reaches by the walk, Storm Davis slams the door. Hit very well against the Red Sox this year. Hit .361. He had 1 shot out in center field in Fenway Park. To short, Reed has to back up. And very quickly, Dave Parker's erased.
That was not a routine ground ball to shortstop.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Carney, and he strikes him out.
He came inside with a high fastball there. That's more of a strikeout pitch, the high fastball off the inside corner. We're going to know.
Well, a lot of speculation. He caught a line drive off the bat of Ricky Henderson on his elbow. 1-2. Ball, strike 3, and 2 strikeouts in the inning. So he's retired the first 6 men in order in the American League. High fly ball, left field. Plenty of room, though. Polonia's out there. 1 away. Tomorrow on ABC Sports, the Dodgers will battle the Mets in game.
Talks about the great year that Greenwell has had, but as soon as they get done giving him accolades, they say, hey, look for a guy named Mel.
Oh, what a stab by Lansford. Line shot, and Carney was there.
Carney Lansford has been one of the best defenses.
Not too shabby.
Promising beginning in Baltimore, a miserable year in San Diego, and now he's blossomed this year, but he walks Benzinger with 2 down. That's his 2nd walk of the ball game. You might recall walked the leadoff man in this game, Wade Boggs.
Against the Red Sox over a 9-inning period.
Popped up, short center field. Coming in is Henderson, and he'll put it away. So he's walked 2 men in 2 different innings, and it hasn't hurt him. We'll return to Fenway Park after this word right at the meat of this order, and done an outstanding job. McGuire strikes out. He has now struck out the last 3 batters.
Well, he will never be able to hit this pitch against Roger Clemens. That's off of it. But the reason you swing at it because it's eye high and you see it better out of his hand.
And another strikeout. 4 in a row.
This is where you talk about a guy with great control. He's showing you his great control right now. He is throwing that ball up.
2-0 on Weiss. And a nice stab by Benzinger. 3 up and 3 down once again. 2 more strikeouts in the inning. Roger the Rocket Clemens has come out here looking like the Cy Young Award winner.
Pitchers go as hard as you can for as long as you can, and we'll bring someone in to relieve you.
All third strikes, so the leadoff man is out.
That was a perfect pitch. Fastball inside.
Early to him that they will come in, and that puts a dent in your mind.
2-2 on Boggs, and another strikeout.
Fastball inside corner again.
So Davis now following in the in this championship series. Third base, Lansford. And McGuire had to reach for that, but he got it, and it's a 3-up and 3-down inning. Outstanding pitching through 3 this championship series. When the team lost the first 2 games, they couldn't pull it out. Grounded in front of the plate, and Roger off the mound. And he threw it away. Polonia will head to second. The ball down the right field line. Evans comes up with it. Polonia makes a turn, and the throw comes into third. Well, he's been throwing strikes.
See how tough he really can get now.
He strikes him out. I think that's getting doubly tough. That's 5 strikeouts now for Clemens. He's going to third. Here's the throw by Getman. And he got him. Boy, that was a late call at third by the umpire. I wasn't even sure that he gave the outside. 3-2. Right field, Evans. And that'll do it. So after Bologna got on with a base hit, moved to second on error, cut down at third, and this guy took over from here. No score.
Pitch is a 2-0 pitch or a 3-1 pitch. You usually get a fastball, and he is a good triple hitter.
High pop-up. Phillips at second base is going to take it. 1 out. Well, we talked about the Green Monster. What it's like to play out him.
So he may be on pace.
3-1 on Greenwell. And he walked him. Third walk of the game.
I was saying earlier in the show that Rice can't pull a ball anymore. Here's his opportunity.
Look at that. Runs batted in. 14-23, and he popped it up. Lansford coming all the way down to home plate. 2 outs. So 2 pop-ups in the inning. 1 by Evans, and now 1 by Jim Rice. One and 2, center field. Henderson on his horse. He's going to have to hurry, and he made a remarkable catch. Dave Henderson got a great jump on the ball, and Burks took him as deep as you can go in center field.
He's going to go inside with a fastball here.
And he just hit that one off the end of the bat. Boggs is over. That's a tough catch, and he made it. Kind of a strange catch, the way he came up with it. It almost got him. It looked like handcuffed. Deservedly so. Hadn't gotten a lot of credit. Left field. Short. Coming in. Greenwell. Well, he's talking about playing.
But he walked around the mound a lot then. I'm not sure he's completely okay right now.
Marty Barrett. It's a 3-up and 3-down inning. Well, thus far, Clemens has faced the minimum of 15 batters through 5 innings. No score.
Second game in this playoffs.
1 and 2, and that off of Davis. Lansford won't have a play. Base hit. So the first base hit of the ball game, and I don't want anybody to say. Is down. Davis has only 1 play. That's to first, and so the sacrifice is complete. Boy, is he a young guy. Had some glasses on at the time. Gedman. to Weiss. He caught it. And they're going to double him off a second. That is some play by Walt Weiss. He took that one just off the ground. So Benzinger double off for 40 home runs. Called third strike. 6th strikeout of the ball game for the Rocket. I've mentioned 3 guys hit over 40 home runs. This guy 3-2 again to Phillips. Left center field. That ball is going to go to the wall. Phillips makes a turn. He's on his way to second. The throw by Burks and a stand-up double for Tony Phillips. Three-two pitch. He got him. 7th strikeout. 2 in the inning. Both of them on called third strikes. And that'll bring up Malone. Third strike, and he strikes out the side on the 6th. He just reared back and reached for something extra. 2 hits for the A's. Boston with 1. Storm Davis continuing for the A's. Boggs first ball hitting, and he's easily taken care of. Boy, 1918. You remember that year?
Joe does.
1 out now. Here's Barrett, and Barrett right center field. Henderson racing over. Canseco calling for it. He's got it. 2 down. Score. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he walked it. So a 2 down. That is the 4th walk of the ball game given up by Storm Davis. 3-2 pitch. The runner moving, of course, and going down to first with a 2nd walk of the inning. The 6th to the ball game is Greenwell. 2 on now, and here comes Jim Rice. Center field, Henderson, and he got there and dropped the ball. He dropped it. Scoring as Evans into third. Goes Greenwell. Base hit. Greenwell to score. Rice makes the turn. He's on his way to third as Canseco brings it into Phillips. Wild pitch that advanced Burks to second. He swung through that one. A big strikeout and finally ends it here. But the Red Sox able to pick up 2 runs. They lead it now 2-0 after 6. Will return to Fenway Park. Center field base hit. So Henderson now trying to bring his teammates back. Leads off with a single. That'll ring up.
Try to make a perfect pitch.
0-2 to Canseco. Fly ball high in the air to left field. Greenwell watching that one. It's gone off the screen. And his 2nd home run of this championship series, and we're all even at 2. I don't know about you guys, but when he hits something, it just brings this game up about 2 or 3 notches. Is he exciting?
There's no doubt about that one, and we could attest to that by taking a look at Greenwell. He
out homered Boston 13-1 during the regular season. Now they're 2-0 in this series. Parker continues it. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So 3 straight now. And I got to hand it to you, Joe. You kept saying something was happening out there. Lansford is up. Morgan had Bob Stanley up and throwing. Lansford. Going to be a tough play. Reed, and did they get him? They did. They just got Parker at second.
The umpire sure confused me, that's for sure.
And here comes La Russa. He's charging out there. Now, wait a minute. Was there a balk call on this? Morgan now is going to come out. He's going down to the third base umpire who would be calling that. Ken Kaiser. It's not a good inning for the umpires. So it is a balk call as Lansford is given second base.
But Ken Kaiser is telling him that you cannot come out here and argue a balk call as well. You can't argue a balk call.
Well, he's doing it, Joe. Somebody forgot to tell Joe Morgan that.
Fastball, trying to bring that ball back into the strike zone.
1-2 now on Hasse. Little number, and Boggs is over to get it, and going back into second is Lansford.
Is Roger the outside part of the play.
0-2 pitch to McGuire, and it gets to the backstop. Lansford will go to third as Getman chases it down. So now at third base with 2 down. (3-2) left field, and it's in for a base hit, and Lansford has the go-ahead run. Now you got to admire McGuire. He hung in there tough.
He most certainly did. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Narrowed down the fastball
A little bit. Can't help you. 1-1 to Phillips. Marty Barrett will end it. But the A's come roaring back to pick up 3 runs. The 2-run home runner by Canseco, and
Fisk, he was looking for it to hit the foul pole.
Well, not quite as theatrical as Carlton was dancing around, and boy, he comes back and gets him. Strikeout for Storm Davis. That's his 4th strikeout of the game, and that'll bring Getman to the plate. Only 1 was earned, 2 hits, walked 5 and struck out 4, and that last strikeout was his last batter he faced as Getman fouls it down.
Well, I think what Tony La Russa is doing here, he has Rich Gedman and Wade Boggs coming up. So he'll bring Cadaret in, the left-hander.
We mentioned in the changeover on the last inning, he went dashing out to the bullpen just in case. Gedman, fly ball, right field. Canseco's going to have to hurry. That ball is out of here. A home run.
Gedman ties up the ball game with a pressure home run.
Boggs swinging late. Lansford. There's 2 outs.
I think Wade Boggs is still trying to find that undershirt with base hits in it.
Third pitcher of the game for the A's, Gene Nelson. 9-6. That ERA is a career low 3.
Not always work. You have to go on instinct more than percentages.
You were talking about that last night. Here's Barrett, third base. Lansford with another nice stab. Well, that'll get him out of the inning, but Gedman tied it up. So we're all even after 7 innings. Oakland 3, now Boston Red Sox 3. Bob Stanley in relief now of Clemens, who goes 7 innings, giving up 3 runs and 6 hits.
Ball down and not try to turn the ball, meaning don't try to pull it as a left-hand hitter. Try to hit that ball over in the left center field gap.
Walt Weiss trying to butt his way on. Boggs comes up throwing. One and one, and he's going to try to butt his way on, and Barrett charges, and he caught it, and I tell you, it looked like everyone was frozen on that play.
That's a perfect drag bunt. What he did is he noticed that Bob Stanley was falling off the wrong way.
He walked him. So Henderson goes down to first. Malone goes to second, and Morgan goes to the mound. Intimidating guy. Is that an understatement?
6'5", 6'6". How big is he?
2-2. Right field, short right field. Evans coming in. He makes the catch. Malone is tagging up. Here comes a play. No, he bluffed the move, and he goes back to third.
That's respect.
Evans Smith isn't out of it yet. 2 down. Parker, first ball hitting, and Evans drifting under it. And Smith gets the job done. The A's leave 2 men stranded on the base paths as Smith, the right-hander, and Honeycutt, who got the win yesterday, the left-hander. 2-1, and Evans pops it up behind the plate. Hasse. And he made the grab with Lansford right there. 1 out. The Phoenix Cardinals. First ball hitting. Greenwell, and Lansford will have this one. So very quickly 2 down.
In this month, the score is tied. He owes himself and his ball club a better effort than that.
Well, there's another half swing, but it gets into right field.
I'll take it.
So Rice with a base hit with 2 down, and Ellis Burks will come up. Now Phillips looks like, did he hurt himself?
Do you think Phillips is playing a little too far over near the bag?
Ground ball to short. Weiss will go to the force, and they're out of the inning. So they waste the base hit by Jim Rice. We now have played 8 innings in game number 2, and we're even at 3. Lansford scored a run back in the 7th after reaching on a fielder's choice. Right center field, Evans, who's been a busy man out there. 1 down. He's made the last 3 putouts. Canseco and Parker in the 8th, and now outstanding basketball player at Northwestern State down in the Louisiana area. Hasse straight away center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit as Burks goes over, and Hasse makes the turn. So McGuire will come up with 1 down and a runner on.
He's gotten a lot of the batter hold up, flinch just a little bit, and that's enough to get the ball by you.
Left center field, Burks over there, and he's got it. 2 out. That ball hit pretty hard.
He left that ball out over the plate.
Combination. He's going, and it's lined to right field for a base hit. Hasse makes the turn. He's on his way to third, and the runners at the corners now with 2 down. At first and third, Weiss facing Lee Smith. 0-2 the count. Center field, and hustling in as Burks. He cannot get it. Hasse will score the go-ahead run as runners now at first and second. For a moment, it looked like Burks might get to that. And he struck him out. But the Oakland A's on a base hit by Hasse, a base hit by Phillips, and the RBI single by Weiss take the lead. Struck out 3, picking up the save in the ball game. 45 saves in the regular season of play.
And slimmer and slimmer.
2 strikes on Benzinger, and Weiss, who had that RBI that gave him the lead, comes up with a defensive play. Well, also add to the fact, Getman's on deck. This time he reaches out, pops it up, and Gallego, who's come in defensively, will put it away. And they're 1 out away from going 2-0 in this series.
And that's perfect pitching from Dennis Eckersley there.
Again, going with the percentages, trying to bring in a lefty. Bingo, he gets hit. Of all things to happen.
Fly ball, left field, going back is Phillips on the warning track, and the Oakland A's take a 2-0 lead in this American League Championship Series. They'll head to the Colosseum and pick up the action on Saturday. I'm sure thinking as they go out there that they swept the Red Sox in the regular season 6-0.